we're up and going. Good evening, everybody. It's Robin here, Bongo Racing. We're here for a stewards meeting to have a chat about the recent Warriors race on Thursday. And in the chat tonight, I have a few nice members here, and we're going to try and get through it as calmly as possible. So let me just bring in the chat and introduce everybody that's here. Good evening. Okay, gents, we're live. In our little stewarding group tonight, we've got Andrew Morris, we've got myself, we've got Jason, we have got Madam Mims, we've got Nige Woodcote, we've got Rick Wilkinson, and Roger Leopardi. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me.
Hello. Good evening.
Hey,
Good evening.
hey. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so you can see this stuff live on Discord a little bit faster. Let me know when you can see that, and I will get things started.
Pop out. There we go.
Okay, so as you're just getting that up, there is one incident. Yeah.
You sound really low on the stream, for me at least. When I just double checked.
I'll turn it up. Turn it up. I am turned up now. Is that better?
Let me
I'll turn it up now. Hello, hello, hello. Bum 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 bum. I'm hitting the
fuzzy now.
I'm hitting the red too high. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully that's okay now. Yeah. So for the Warrior series tonight there is one incident report. And that one incident report is part of a whole thing that we'll touch on tonight, and it's about lap one expectations, I suppose, and what I expect from people in the first lap of a race for Warriors. Now, the whole "don't be a dick" thing is very, very important to me. Some people mightn't think it, but it's very, very important to me. Turn one is not a qualifying lap. You know, you brake early, you survive, and you race on. And if you gain 10 places by braking very, very late on lap one, we will be having a little chat. Anyone that launches their car from a different postcode and wipes out a small village in turn one, that's a penalty at best. Drive through or race bans for repeat offenders. Let me make it quite clear that a turn one accident isn't just first lap chaos. It's dangerous and it's selfish driving. So yeah, you know, taking out 20 people, it's not good. Anyway, so we don't want Bongo, MONZA, or any track missiles. I think I'm very, very clear about how I expect people to drive on the first lap. And yeah, so anyway, let's get to the footage. Here we are. We have one report, and we'll watch the full incident, and then we'll come and try and dissect this a little bit. Okay, here, go ahead. I'm going to play now. Okay, so I'm going to rewind, and we're going to focus on the report first. And the report is for a car after an incident not holding its brakes. So we'll get to that, and then we'll look at the causation of the whole thing, I suppose, from there. So I'm going to where am I going to? Is this correct?
Yep.
Mr. Phipps, isn't it?
Phipps, yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, see, Mr. Phipps gets collected and rolls. So, the not holding your brakes is, again, it's a very, very clear thing with ourselves. And let's just have a look, see if we can get behind the car and see what happens, when it happens, when it doesn't happen. And then you can let me know what you think. So, if I get into the car, maybe.
That's it. Yes.
Oh, in fact, yeah. Well, there's that. So we look at the feed here. So there's the hit. There's no brakes on. There's no brakes on. There's no brakes on. There's no brakes on. Brakes are on now. Hello, everybody. Just looked at that again.
So do you want to Play that from a bit further back, Robin,
Yeah,
just to
so-
sort of get the full picture, the full
Yeah.
speed of the incident.
So full speed. Okay, come back. There's the hit. I'm surprised. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay. It's a split second thing, but I mean, in my mind, this car should have held its brakes straight away. He should have been on the brakes straight away. Now, if he had been on the brakes, here we are. Hit. We're on the brakes. We're on the brakes. The fact there's no brakes there at all. There's not. It's there. We're in the middle. Now he's rolling back. Maybe he thought he was going to roll back out of the way, but no. And then we had lots of other silly drivers not paying attention about what's going on ahead of them and racing on.
Yeah, the fear of being stuck in the track there is real.
Okay, thoughts that aren't mine.
If the brake was held, obviously, it would have left that entire outside lane, and all those guys would have likely cleared. At least all those guys that chose the outside. Inside up to the curb on the left there, the sausage would have been blocked, but it would have left everybody having to go to the right or cutting across the green there. But because those brakes were released, everybody was indecisive. People on the outside couldn't necessarily see what was going on, and by that time, the lane was already closed.
How long in real time from the incident until?
Yeah, okay, we'll play it in real time now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
about,
right.
it's
I
about,
was wanting to see it
yeah.
in full speed because
Yeah.
you got that. We know what's going to happen, whereas at the time, Andrew
Yeah.
wouldn't have known.
No.
And it just, I just want to make sure that we're not.
Yeah, it's,
You know, we know what's going to happen to Andrew.
Yeah, of course. But in all fairness, as soon as you start spinning, you already know you already know you're in trouble.
Between the brakes should be
There.
1, 2, 3. It's a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
2, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's enough to apply your brakes, even in shock and.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a shock value in there as well.
Yeah. So I mean, it's coming from way back. There's the way back now. Bonk.
Yeah, where did that come
But the brakes should be on now, and they weren't until it was too late. We were right in the middle of it all. So in my mind, the brakes should have been on. Would it have stopped all the carnage? I don't think so. But it
No.
would. What it would have done, it would have made a car that was predictable. So
If one car gets through, the other three behind him get through.
yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Go back a couple, a little bit, and again, it's always easy to say this stuff now. I understand.
I know.
But as soon as the spin starts, okay, I'll see because there's a little bit of a delay. But as soon as his spin starts, and the second the nose of his car is facing the sausage on the inside of the turn, stop it there. So coming up. As soon as this spins, let it spin. And as soon as he's facing the sausage on the inside there, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay? So at this point is where you would, if nothing else, this is where, in this area would be where you would be holding your brakes. Obviously, the car would still be moving because it has to finish its momentum. Okay? But look at that clearing. There's an entire lane on the inside here that's completely clear of cars. That means all those cars right there are all kind of aiming for the inside of that turn, the inside of the turn one.
Yes.
Right? They're all working that inside, which is leaving this outside open. Okay, so if he holds his brakes here, in all fairness, the car comes to a stop, still angled in. Let it finish its rotation here.
We're only doing 19 kilometers per
Yeah,
hour.
so we could stop here.
may have
By
stopped
now
by
he
now,
would be
by
stopped.
now,
By now he would have
By
been
now,
stopped.
yeah.
The car would have been
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I
gives
think you would
all
be stopped before that.
But, so let's just even say, I agree with you, but let's just say here's where he stops. Okay? Still look where all these cars are facing.
heading.
The car, yeah, are heading. This car on the inside still would have time to think about what he's going to do, if nothing else. Okay? Now it's on everybody in this line to decide if they're going to stay on their brakes and go through this turn slowly because there's clearly an incident, or if everybody's going to continue racing through this. And that's where the trouble begins.
Well, people continue to race for a start.
Well, I understand that, but there's an incident.
Yeah, there's an incident. Yeah.
So even though we can say that this person didn't hold their brakes, but let's just say they did.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's still an incident here in turn 1 that everybody has to be aware of. All the drivers have to be aware that there's something going on here and slow their roll through this section till they're clear.
Correct.
Otherwise, they're just contributing to whatever takes place after this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he stopped now, he stopped whether he held his brakes or not. Well, whether he held his brakes or not, where his final resting place, where it may be,
Right. Everybody
at that point has to get around it, not drive. Okay, so the hypers are nearly all clear, but then bonk. There's this here, this GT3. Seriously.
Yeah, that's just funny.
Yeah.
Can I give context on that one? Because I saw the clip from his view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That car is not rendered on his screen until he gets a little bit further. His PC is not rendering that car until he's almost on top of him. He brakes as soon as he sees it, but the game is not rendering it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
Who was that?
that's Terry Liggins.
Terry.
Is it because he had his graphics settings down for how many cars to render?
Yeah, he has a 1080 Ti graphics card.
Okay.
Okay, well, that can be forgiven for that, I suppose. Okay, look, well, I mean, at the end of the day, what is the rule that's broken here? The rule that's broken, first off, is not holding the brakes. It's a cardinal rule for racing. We've been through this very, very many times. But that is naughty. So, did this cause everything? No, it didn't. And nearly all the cars got through. I don't think any cars. I had damage from this. I think quite a few other cars had damage, but I think everybody survived this bit, apart from Dan and this Fipsy's car was wrecked. Was it? He got,
Yeah, Fixie pulled out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where
What about the person who reported the incident? They got damage.
yeah, they got damaged, but they drove on, and like myself,
Yeah, okay.
drove on and finished quite well. Well,
Yeah.
I think ran out of fuel or something happened very towards the end, but they finished the majority of the race.
Yeah.
So the penalties that we have for this thing is straight away is we decide what this is. Is this dangerous driving or an unsporting manner?
No.
Is it causing a minor avoidable collision? Is it causing a moderate avoidable collision or a significant avoidable collision? Or causing a major avoidable collision? So,
Doesn't not holding your brakes justify its own penalty, regardless of anything?
Kind of think so. Kind of think so. You just don't do it. Just don't do it. So, how do you penalise somebody that went out of the race? Well, they need to get a penalty here, which will be brought forward to the next race. This is lap 1, and I personally think because it's lap 1, in this case here, that means that this person, and you can disagree with me or not, will be in qualifying, but they won't qualify, and there'll be points on their license.
I think it's a driving license point penalty, definitely.
Okay.
I would go with that. That's my thoughts.
Okay.
Not
Well,
so sure
well.
it warrants.
Okay.
And because it's lap 1.
Yeah. Okay, well,
it's quite serious.
yeah. So
It's the shock factor as well, Robin, isn't it? I mean, sometimes things happen so quick. You
Yeah,
mean
exactly.
to push the brakes,
exactly.
and it's just because he was driving, he was doing his thing, he was trying to clear the corner, and then somebody hits him from behind. Just playing devil's advocate, it's just the shock factor of that's happened so quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it wasn't whether he was into a groove of the race and then he's not done it. It's literally the adrenaline's kicking in. I think there's a bit of just, oh gosh, that's happened.
It's that really question mark as it's happening.
And he does the right thing once he's on the brakes.
He does. Eventually gets there
all the time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the shock factor is definitely in there, and and it was race ending for him, so it feels harsh to award a penalty. But nonetheless, he didn't hold his brakes. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if he had held his brakes, he probably could have got whacked anyway. Quite badly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
I think Dan's hit on him was enough to do the damage. That was suspension damage.
So this
Dan
is
broadsided him. He got his car around the broadside to minimise the damage. So
well, we're gonna have a look at that now. So
So the posted rule is what?
So the posted rule is we decide from those whether this was avoidable or not. I don't think his accident was avoidable. So it seems to be unfair to give him a time penalty for that. So we give license points here, but I would say we would give the point scale goes from 0 to 4, and because it's lap 1, I would go to that top scale of that for 4 license points for this. And if you get 12, you miss a race.
Okay, lap 1 incident.
Yeah.
Is that because it's normally from 0 to 2 and then double on lap 1?
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Lap 1 and Bongo
So
is.
are you saying 4 license points and no qualification?
Yeah,
just
just 4 license points. Yeah, he didn't cause the accident. He should have stopped it. But he should have stopped earlier. But holding your brakes is again the first cardinal rule of tonight. So and we'll get onto the second one shortly. So are we okay with 4 license points here? Hold your brakes. Okay.
I feel it's a little bit harsh, given the circumstances of the race. But then the rules are the rules. I would go with 2, but I don't know.
Causing a moderate avoidable collision.
Because he did hold his brakes afterwards. The shock factor must have been in there.
Yeah.
Meet you halfway.
Yeah, I agree with you as far as the harshness. I don't agree with you have to take into the shock factor into you can't take that into consideration.
Okay.
Our personal like our feelings within the race and how we felt in that moment. How we felt doesn't matter, unfortunately.
You hold the brakes.
Okay.
Being here for the first time, I can't really see the difference between 2 and 4 in my mind yet. That I don't have that distinction in my head. But I think 3 seconds before you hold your brakes, that is way too long for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we haven't seen this because we haven't been properly implementing driver license points. You'll see it come into play when somebody hits 12 throughout the course of a season, and they're or repeat offenders. So that will come into play. So it wasn't his fault, but it was his fault that more people didn't get round cleanly. I would just say that's what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the implementation of DL points for the harsher of crimes committed is really, I think, a good way to go going forward, because there's a lot more to lose if you are out of races and quali than there is, I got knocked 10 second time penalty.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, so let's have a look at the start itself then. And
so we're saying agreed on 4 points, just to be clear for everybody.
I think it's lap 1. If it was lap 2, you would be good down. But lap 4, it's lap 1. It's lap 1.
Just so it's clear.
Just don't do it. Yeah, just don't do it.
Sure.
Okay, let's have a look at where this all began. Okay, so we start. Oh, speed it up.
I hate that they put the gap between the Hypers and the GT3s, and then they only made it 3 car lengths instead of doubling that
Yeah, they
8.
should
Yeah,
have. It's
They
crazy.
pushed it back, didn't they? Before.
Okay, so we're watching this car here. Traveling about the same speed as everybody else. And then the mysterious Wang. So I just want to take notice of this tiniest of touches on this car. And the Wang will go any second. Where do you see it goes? The tiniest of touches. Wang gone.
Yeah, that's a bit daft, isn't it? I think they need to sort that out because the cars don't fall to pieces that quickly.
Yeah. Now, when our chat was being sensible, we had said, you know, as soon as this car hits the grass, it's whether it had a Wang or not at this stage, it's under heavy braking under the grass, and it's very unlikely it's on its way to the scene of the crime.
It's a missile. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
With it at that point.
Now,
You're in real trouble.
for me, it is very much in the black car. Just take, you know, whether it's just a mistake, whether it's I don't know. And I mean,
You go
The
from
yellow car
behind.
brakes
Yeah.
lifted off a little bit because of the car that cuts in front of it.
yeah,
And
Go
that
go
added
behind.
coverage.
I will. Yeah,
Can we do
Yep,
chase
okay.
cam? Yeah.
Yeah, you can see when the lights come on. Then.
The left side.
oh sorry.
That's it.
I'm gonna get to that car. That's it there.
That's it. No, they're not easy to spot.
Too late on the brakes.
Yeah.
So go back one more time.
Yep.
Just want to see something. So is it when he you know how if you downshift too early, your car's not ready for it. It kind of jerks the car. Is that what happened there? As soon as he downshifted that last gear, it kicked the car as he's on his brakes.
Dara's doing. Sorry.
Dan.
No, this is Dan. Dan is doing 194 kph. This
I'm
car.
talking about the black car.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
car's doing 220. And we're at that.
Yeah, I'm not making excuses. I'm
Oh,
saying
no.
I'm saying
No.
he misjudged, and as he downshifted, the car kicked.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just hammering the
Do it in
brakes.
slow motion, Rob.
Okay, back. So there is brakes here now. Hold on. Hey, it's just taking too much speed into the first corner. She's on the brakes. He has lost a bit of control. Dan gets touched. The Wang is gone. He's on the grass now. There's no way that he is going to get stopped at this point. So that's what's happening. And this car here has been very lucky out of the whole thing. Still touching another car. Still not getting stopped.
The car 3 positions ahead of him when they start braking.
Yeah.
That's how late he was.
Yeah.
He hits the Porsche ahead, and that Porsche was 4 cars ahead of him going into the braking.
So yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, he just misses.
He missed his brake. He took
Breaking point.
too much speed
Yeah.
in the first
Yeah.
first corner. I mean, it's as simple as that. But that caused a major pile up. It took 2 cars completely out of the race and had a good majority of people with damage. So
And the GT3s were nice and pretty clean, or did they get caught up?
oh,
as well?
they got their pound of flesh too. So they wanted to get into this. They didn't want to miss the fun. So where are they now? There we are. There's the first couple of GT3s. Mr. Liggins. There's the Magic Wang. There it goes. It got kicked up again. The Wang is
There
class.
goes Wang. Oh,
Yep.
oh,
Dunk, dunk, dunk. Hello.
rear-ended by the. No what? Oh, that's messy. That's messy.
Can we?
Well, it's one of
can
the
we sort of-
infamously ugly turns in racing.
Yep. Sorry.
Can we focus on the black hypercar?
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
And then attribute penalties. Decide if there's anything else going on in the hypercars, and then look at the GT3s.
Yep. Wrong way.
Because I think the message here is lap 1, T1, you add 10-20% to your braking, your normal braking zone, at least, regardless of how many cars. And I think what he was doing was he saw an opportunity to go up the inside, misjudged the braking, hit Dan, and then went into the back of the Porsche. So he's hit 2 cars going into this when he should have been much more cautious.
No question.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, and foreshadowing. I mean, if people don't hear what I say at the beginning of these races at this stage, there's something wrong. You know, they know. I ask, you know, drive, race certainly, but if you're going to overtake, make sure it's clean. Drive 90%. Let the pack clear out. Let's everybody get round lap 1 clean. Now,
I personally don't even think that rule should even be considered in the first lap, in the first corner. You almost should go through in grid order through lap T1.
Oh, wow.
You know, the risk of trying to gain a place on that first corner is so high, and I don't know whether we've got the skill set to manage that.
There's the wang.
Yeah, I hit that wing twice.
We should be able to. What people need to realize there is that you're going from about 75 meters per second down to about 20.
Yeah.
So when you have this gap ahead, 75 meters per second, that's 0.2 of a second when you have a car that close. If you're going down to 22 and you have a 0.2 second, you're inside the car ahead. That's just math.
You're not allowed for the guy in front, the drivers in front, being cautious and careful, because all of those calculations suddenly get doubled and quadrupled.
People joke.
But even if you break the same place, if you're going 0.2 second behind a car, when you're going from 75 to 20 meters per second, you're ending up in his car if you're only 15 meters behind him.
People joke at me when I say I'm braking, but I do it because I'm braking at 250 or 220 yard board here. That's because I want, and thankfully on the majority of occasions that has served me very well in daily races and in our own. So I don't understand why people can't get that. Anyway,
there's 2 people that have earned the not right. I don't want to say the word right, but you know what I mean. There's 2 people that have earned the position to not have to worry about this necessarily in any turn 1, and that's P1 and P2.
Yep.
Everybody else behind them has to be cautious into turn 1 at a race. Those 2 guys have the advantage to do whatever they want, because they don't have the worry of all the cars. Everybody has to pay attention to what's going on behind them.
As soon as a driver starts changing lanes and trying to overtake, it unsettles everybody behind.
Okay.
And that's why I think you should go through in grid order in T1.
I will raise one other point here as well.
I've got one as well.
And
the same thing.
That is this car here on the left-hand side.
Yeah, we need to talk about that as well.
And it makes very, very, again, it's vying for position. Of course, we're in a race, but
that's the one I was going to pick out as well.
And here
it's 3 wide. That's making it 3 wide.
Making it 3 wide.
Making it 3 wide. Yes, he's going much faster. He's seen a hole and he's went for it. But for me at that stage, it's hold on a second. Let's
stay behind.
Let's stay behind.
Yeah.
Now, people could be screaming at us right now, going, "But we're racing!" But we're not racing here. And if you want to race like that, take it elsewhere.
Causing a junkyard.
Yeah. Now, does that have a consequence on the overall accident as well? So there we go. Does Dan brake to try and avoid this, which brings Hunter into play? Even though Hunter would have still hit him, would that have brought that into play? Here,
Absolutely.
scooching over. Now I think Dan was already on the brakes, but it's bound that had some sort of effect. So
Dan would
I mean,
have
we'd
hit
be lucky
him
that the car in the middle didn't get
Yeah.
involved in all that as well.
Yeah, but in all fairness, I understand what you're saying about that guy. But again, in all fairness, every driver at whatever skill level has a responsibility to deal with what's going on around them. Obviously, not to be crashed into or anything like that. But if a car, you know, that guy sees that opportunity.
yeah, it was a nice.
If Dan's a good racer and aware, he's already seeing what's going on, and he's preparing.
What I would say is I don't think there's direct rule here, except that it's overly aggressive for me on turn 1 in a bongo race.
He doesn't make the corner without hitting that car on the outside. You get behind him.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough going into this section. I think definitely at turn 1. Obviously, you know, you're already past the 150 mark where you're making these decisions, and you know, granted, in a race, once you're settled in, you can go way past the 150 before you start braking, but not in this situation.
Just about there and no more. Just about made that no more.
Get onto him, and I'm sure he makes contact. But nevertheless, you're making it 3 wide. He's going from the inside to the outside, or outside to inside.
Makes contact with the car on the side, I think.
Yeah.
He could have stayed there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think he would have gone straight to the back of it.
Everybody,
No, but
yeah,
anticipated
everybody else,
stay in there.
everybody else had slowed for a reason.
Gained a place.
Yeah,
He's
everybody
going
else.
into the back of this guy here now. If he
Run it through
doesn't
Yeah,
avoid him.
he's not trying to overtake. He's trying not to hit him.
Yeah, right. He's avoiding him now.
So late braking again then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just avoiding him.
So let's Hunter Lynch then, please. Hunter Lynch. So too much speed into corner.
Dangerous driving.
Corner, and I think in chat I said, yeah, me totally on me, slip stupid, but you know that's okay. Send it in there, but we have to. This has to be reinforced home that you just don't do that. You don't do that, and if people think, oh, but we're not racing. No, it's not wrong. It has to stop. If other people were in front of him were more respectful to slow down, I'm even talking more about the Valkyrie there than this here. Everybody should be able to do that. It's not. This isn't. We've been doing this for 2 years now, so it should rattle home. Okay, so this is a major avoidable collision, and our choice things are here. And again, license points, of course, and I think this is the maximum license points once again, which is 4 points. And then our penalties are 75 seconds, race stroke qualifying ban. I don't think there's anything else.
So this is for the car that cuts across all 3 lanes.
No, this was for the
black
car, the black car that started the dominoes all falling.
Yeah.
Hit Dan and hit the Porsche. So I agree. I think it's got to be a fairly harsh penalty.
So set out qualifying.
Yeah, I agree. Qualifying ban for the next race.
They can be in qualifying, but they don't qualify. And I would give our good friend Jonathan a stern warning not to do what he did. I get it. He was going for
that was Johnny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was
going for the opportunity, but that could have so quickly went wrong, and it was pretty I know he probably was over the moon that he was in first place at the end of all of that, but he shouldn't have been, and he should have been. Went through that corner in the queue.
Can we get on his car on the chase cam and have a look at it?
Yep. It's the left-hand side one, isn't it?
Right, that Peugeot
Yep.
backs out. He sees the opportunity, which is now he should be braking, so he can tuck in behind that Porsche. Misjudges it.
Davey Mack just wanted to get out of the way of that.
Did he? Yeah. Did he actually touch going around the corner? I don't know if he
Touched
did.
him, brake.
No,
Yeah,
maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't
So,
touch. I thought he
just
did.
grace.
He just
Yeah.
clicked. He went over the curb, didn't he? Quite
Yeah.
harshly.
I think he
I
just
thought it
oh
was
shit.
contact.
Just
Yeah,
caught him.
but
I'm
the-
shy. I think
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the
The
rear,
Porsche,
isn't
yeah.
it? Not the just there.
It's the back end.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Just
There,
in there.
yeah.
Just roll it on a bit. Roll it on.
Just the tiniest
Yeah.
touch. That's okay. I mean, that's all right.
Yeah, but he's been squeezed out there, Davey Mack, and he's
Yeah.
he's had to back out there.
Yeah, and all those guys on the left coming up that line when that Valkyrie was coming up that side, all those other guys, the reason it looked so substantially different in speed is that all those guys assumed their positions and went safe to make the turn
Yes.
without
Precisely.
hurting each other,
Yeah, and
which gave Jonathan this leeway to just look like he was bulldozing through. Everybody made a safe decision here that they're coming up on the turn.
but I don't think that's an excuse to take advantage of that.
No, because everybody else should have done the same as everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He had an
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
He had an
Yeah, on
opportunity.
one hand, it's a really good move. On the other hand, it's because that the other people are driving very predictably and respectfully through that corner.
He's
I
got away with
disagree.
one there, I think.
I don't think
got
that's
away
a
with
really
one.
good move at all. I think that's reckless.
He's got away with
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But that happened. I was on Robin's screen. That happened a few times in the race.
So, what do we want to do here?
You wanted to have a word with him directly.
I
Yeah.
think it's a warning, definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
did he cause a collision?
No.
No, but he did. He
Not
did
really,
hit
no.
that. He did hit
He-
that Porsche, is
Yeah,
it, or
only
the red car on the left?
And whether you can say it or not, I think it had some part in the overall accident.
I
so-
think Dan would have definitely reacted to that.
Yeah, Dan's a good driver.
Yeah.
Where's Dan?
Just go behind Dan's car.
There. Back a bit.
As soon as that he gets clipped. He's
Yeah, it all happened so fast.
he's
I
a
think he
pussy.
could have handled Johnny cutting in front of him. He was prepared for that. What he wasn't prepared
Yeah.
for was the
Yeah,
little tap
the
that
tap.
threw him offline.
yeah, destroyed his race. Yeah.
Your mum. All right.
Jonathan should have just tucked in the inside and made it too wide, and he misjudged his braking doing it. So it's reckless.
Yeah,
So,
reckless.
in my opinion, it's dangerous driving.
Yeah. So see, for me, Robin, those are the kinds of opportunities where it's not necessarily, remember, there's the side that's the rules.
Yep.
And then there was that gray area, and that gray area is another area where maybe the license points come into play, because they're the gray things are the really super dangerous things.
Yeah.
And the license points mean a lot more.
See, this
to-
is where we get into arguments with people, and they get annoyed with us, because Johnny hasn't particularly done in race rules. Johnny hasn't particularly done anything wrong here.
Agreed.
Right.
But as far as a
This is
kid,
our
He's, he's racing aggressively.
but
This is a bongo
This
race.
has been lap 3, and there's only been him and the Porsche. I would have said it was. That's why I meant with it was a great move. Had it only been the two of them
Yes.
on lap 3,
On
it
lap
would have
three.
been an
on
awesome
lap
move.
through, an awesome move.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but that
Absolutely.
wouldn't have happened because
Yeah.
these cars here would only be starting to brake about now, flat out. But they're already well in their braking zone.
Right. And not only that, but to what Mim's saying there, or Mess is saying, is it's very few races where well into the race, there's this many cars going into
Yeah.
the turn.
Yeah.
So you can race the way Jonathan did, absolutely under normal circumstances, once the race is into its groove.
But not lap
Yeah,
one.
lap-
Not lap one, Jonathan. If
no.
you're listening, not lap one.
No.
Okay.
That is dangerous driving. I'm sorry. It's a reckless move.
Okay. I will strongly reinforce that with Jonathan. You shouldn't do that.
Get the ruler.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So to follow it up with a compliment, it's excellent under normal race circumstances,
Absolutely.
reckless at the very beginning.
Yeah, that's a pure racer going for the move, and absolutely commendable, but not
And
in
he
that
has the
situation.
reflex.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not taking that away from him
Young
at
buck.
all.
Good
There's
lad.
talent there, definitely.
I'm not certain that he actually went for a move. I think he tried to get alongside the Peugeot, and then when he started braking, he didn't realize that the two cars ahead were slowing down more than him, and he just avoided it. But that's also for me part of the reckless.
Yes,
That he was
because
looking so much at the Peugeot that he forgot there's two cars ahead of him.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
anticipation.
It's the anticipation you need to.
And that
you
comes
need
with
to anticipate,
experience or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I agree. Yeah,
And that for sure looks like what happened.
yeah, absolutely.
okay.
I think he's just a
Because-
keen bean, isn't he? He's just keen, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Um,
Penis mustard.
there is nothing else. The silvers were perfect. There are no other incidents, no other reports. I was contacted by a gentleman, but he didn't file a report. So that's all we've got for you. Unless there's anything else anybody wants
Should
to
we
add.
not have a final word about the concertina effect that then happened after that race? Because a lot of cars went into the back of other cars.
There has to be awareness from other people. I mean, if this doesn't bring it home, that we come back to these GT cars here. I mean, the smoke is up there. Yeah, brake smoke, but there's a wang, stuff going on. Everybody can see it from now.
I don't know.
Guy, I mean, people did muddle through, but you'd love to be able.
They've got nowhere to go, have they? That's the
What
problem.
do you do?
In that left-hand channel, you've got nowhere to go unless you cut that corner big time on the left.
And we're on board accidentally with Steve, not Hughes here, and he's one of the most experienced guys that we have out and about there, and I mean, he gets caught up in it too.
Stop.
Yeah.
They all stop,
From
don't they?
one of those, I'm right behind Steve. I hit him there. From our view,
You can't see
I don't know what it was. You can clearly see the yellow car there on the inside, and to me it looked like that was the thing.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, so
people
you're
are
looking-
going.
yeah.
People are expecting to go through here with 50 kilometers per hour because you see that car. It's only when the entire thing stops that you can see the black car. And I don't know if that's a rendering thing. I have no idea if that went too quick for me, being behind Steve. But that was just what happened. That you saw a car parked there outside track, so you expect it to be able to just cruise through with 50 kilometers per hour, and then
Yeah.
suddenly everything stopped.
Absolutely.
Be aware. Turn one. Shit happens.
Yeah. But you can only respond to what you see. You can't stop the car because there's one there off track.
Yeah. One thing I just before we finish here with Dan. Let's get back to here. Does try to turn it.
He goes off the brake as well, but
yeah, but
if
he's
he tries to
done,
brake,
he's done,
if he
he's
tries to
done.
brake on the grass,
Yeah.
he's not going to be able to turn.
He
He
couldn't.
tries to turn
never
to
get it done.
make
Yeah.
the incident as little as
I
possible.
think he done everything that he could,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and then he's wangless, and that's the end
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah, he's got no chance of getting around us, really. He tried.
He
You know,
was
if he'd have broadsided onto the concrete without Fipsy being there, he'd have probably held it on the concrete.
Definitely this message for Roger.
yeah.
But ifs, whats, buts, if maybes, like he couldn't have done anything more.
Is he flashing
No.
the guy in front of him? He's just
No, no.
jumped it. Is that
No.
a flash there? So
Now, if Hunter wasn't there, he would have slid over a bit here. He would have ended up about this part of the track on the exit of the corner, but he would have been. That would have probably been enough.
Yeah, Dan was a complete passenger there, wasn't he?
Don't like to see this on lap one. Just don't. So I think the message has been rattled home. So out of tonight, we have hold your brakes, please, Mr. Phipps, hold your brakes, and everyone. 4 license points for Mr. Phipps. Hunter Lynch, too much speed into that corner. I know you're aware of this already. I know you get it, and you get a brain fart, whatever it is. 4 license points, and you will qualify from the back of the grid. Or you will not be qualifying, but you'll start from the back of the grid on Thursday. And Jonathan, a warning, Jonathan. You know, great move, but not for lap one, fella. Not for lap one. That's it.
There we go.
Is there license points for?
No, I'm gonna
Jonathan?
no because
I just thought I would ask.
No, and I'll have
I didn't feel like he should, but I just thrown that ball out there.
Yeah. So thank you. Let me just close this off. Thank you very much, and thanks for listening in. Or if you have any comments, please, and any issues, DM me. I would also say that with all of the wonderful conversations that went on about this race, having one incident report is shameful. Don't complain in our Discord chat if you aren't going to follow it through with a report. Reports like this allows this to happen. If you don't report it and you just chat on in Discord and then you start to lose the rag because you're not typing correctly and you get all misinterpreted, that's when things go wrong, like they did this week. So please, file a report. It's to try and keep it clinical so people don't get all heated. Thank you very much for your time. Let me just close this off now.